So, mortgage companies and loan officers, did you know that PreOp 1003 is the only mobile application solution for a company that actually markets for you? It does. We generate tons of leads and opportunities and deals through PreOp. No other mobile application solution anywhere does that. And not only do we do it, we kill it. And it connects with real estate agents, creates their own apps. Those leads, they come back to our loan officers. Listen, right now in this market, you need to have deals more than you need to have technology. With PreOp 1003, we get you deals and technology at the best price. If you want to have a conversation about this with me, let me know. All you need to do is click this banner right over there. All right, everybody, here we go. Frank, he's away on vacation for a couple of days, and I wanted to let you know that Zillow is being sued again. And, that's a good thing. They're being sued by this guy. His name is Gutenberg. He's the one who's doing it. It's of no relationship, I think, with the guy who started the Gutenberg Press. Now, he is, however, our Gutenberg, a photographer, and he takes pictures of houses. You see where I'm going with this. Now, these houses, they get put on multiple listing systems, right? And old Goot claims that Zillow is scraping that data, those pictures, illegally, and now he wants to get paid compensation for what Zillow is doing against him. Now, here's where this whole darn thing falls apart. From the court documents, they're requesting a bench trial and damages, and that Zillow stop using Goot's copyrighted images. Now, Gutenberg is seeking an amount to be proven, or, in the alternative, at plaintiff's election, an award for statutory damages against defendant, that's Goot, in the amount of upwards of $150,000 per picture or infringement, pursuant to a big old legal code, whichever amount is larger, right? Larger. So, which is larger, okay? Well, this is where our photographer, Gutenberg, I think maybe went a little cray-cray. See, if Gutenberg were to win against Zillow, what would happen is those 543 images of houses, just houses that he took pictures of, on 17 listings. This is just 17 listings. A lot of pictures, by the way. So, if Zillow is found guilty of scraping that data, old Goot's gonna get $81,450,000 or more from Zillow for pictures on 17 listings. Now, Goot, me and you, let's talk about this for a while. You overshot your target, my man. You overshot it. You should have asked for less. See, let me put this in perspective. Ansel Adams, here's his pictures, okay? Yeah, you've seen these before on books that are on coffee tables. And Annie Leibovitz, she's the one who took all those pictures of the famous rock stars in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. These are the two most famous photographers in the history of the United States of America, right? And guess what? They never made 81 million bucks from their work. And Goot, you're not going to get $81 million for shooting pictures of listings from Zillow. You're probably, and I'm not being a jerk about this, not even getting 81 bucks an hour. You overshot this one. Now, for us in the real estate industry, the bigger story is Zillow skimming the data that they shouldn't be using?
Yes.
Now, I don't know for sure what the answer is, and it really doesn't matter, because multiple listing systems, guys, they are in bed with Zillow. All you have to do is look at how much information Zillow is using from MLSs, and that's the only conclusion that you can draw. But MLS is letting Zillow use their data? Well, it's kind of like inviting cancer into your house now, isn't it? Probably not a good idea. And larger brokerages out there, and we know who they are at best complicit with companies like Zillow, even though they undermine the ability of the independent real estate agent to go ahead and get ahead. And NAR, the other one who should be looking out for these real estate agents, is, let's face it, they're really non-effective. NAR these days, I'm sorry guys, and I don't mean to sit here and complain, but NAR has turned into a cheerleader who makes $800 million a year. I got this designation. Well, guess what? You get rid of a cheerleader, and the football game, well, it still gets played, and it's still pretty damn entertaining. And nothing against cheerleaders, because frankly, I think they're fantastic. But I'm to the point to where I'm just going to talk about all the great stuff that Zillow does, guys. And irrespective of its impact on those in the real estate industry that it adversely hurts. Because nothing is being done to check their moves. But let's move on to something that's a little bit more positive. Did you know that loan officers just made the list of the top 100 jobs by US News? Now, here's my question. They made number 57 on the list, okay? What loan officers are we talking about? Are we talking about a loan officer who's working for Wells Fargo? Are we talking about an independent loan officer from a regional mortgage operation? Are we talking about a loan officer from Keller Williams? Are we talking about a loan officer who's doing retail for Quicken Loans? Are we talking about that motivated loan officer? Or are we talking about that guy who makes excuses for everything that goes wrong? I don't know which one it is, but let's check a couple of things out. According to US News, the median salary of a loan officer is $63,650. Now, of the loan officers that I know that I work with, if they make $63,000, it better be in a quarter, not a year. So I think, frankly, we're a little bit low here. Yet, based on these numbers, it's pretty shocking to think that there's quite a few loan officers who are making under $63,000 a year. US News goes on to say that they have an average level of stress. Now, once again, isn't this on a loan officer by loan officer basis? Because I know those loan officers who have a great work-life balance. Make some cash. They don't get a phone call at 9 o'clock at night on a Friday from a real estate agent asking for their father-in-law to go ahead and get pre-approved because an offer is going in right now because the primary doesn't qualify. And then once you say you're not going to do that at 9 o'clock at night, you get second-guessed by the real estate agent about being a part-time loan officer and it pisses you off. By the way, that's a story I just heard a couple of moments ago. And I'm very happy to say that this loan officer did not take the bait, but there are some who do, and that's going to increase their stress. So again, US News, I ask you, which loan officers are we talking about? See, because for loan officers that I know, they should be way higher than 57, and there's probably some who should be way lower than 57. Because think about it, there are those who do not have the work-life balance, who cannot say no in that situation to a crazy real estate agent or anybody else, and they can't hack doing their own business as an independent. You know, the people who cannot blaze their own trails. Now, they probably find it to places like Keller Mortgage because it's a little bit easier. To me, it seems that would be the allure. My finances are in shambles. My gosh, my wife's always screaming at me because we can't pay for Susie's pom-poms or her junior high school pictures because deals aren't coming in. Hey, I know. I'm just gonna take a shave off of what I make on each one of my deals. I'm gonna clock into the old sweatshop assembly line mortgage company somewhere in Ohio and get a little of that guaranteed money that I'm hearing over here from large real estate companies. You know, that type of thing. That doesn't really cut it. But here's my point. School psychologist, plumber, and personal care aide all came in higher on the US News list than that of a loan officer. And think about what everybody there does for a living, right? Now, if you're a loan officer and you're dealing with bratty juveniles, constantly dealing with other people's crap, and cleaning up after those who simply can't do it themselves, if that's what you're doing as a loan officer, as these jobs might suggest, then yes, those jobs are better than yours. Now, the job as loan officer might come in at number 57, but remember, that's in general. I know loan officers who would be at the top or near the top of this list, both in income and standard of living. Then again, there are those who just wouldn't even make it on the list with how they approach their business. But now for all loan officers who are watching this, all of you out there, you have to understand where your personal job as a loan officer is on this or any other list of best or worst jobs is 100% the result of you and the choices that you make. So let's make those choices wisely so we can climb. Thanks a lot.